Good morning. Please stand and join us in our gathering song, One Light. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And please be seated. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Unity of Stewart, for those of you who are in the room and those of you who are online. Let me turn down my thing. Let's see. For those who are on YouTube, generally speaking, it's Tony and Irma, Justin, Phil, and Cheryl. And if you're on YouTube and you've missed me saying hi to you, email me at revjude@gmail.com, and I will be happy to add you to the YouTube list. Now let's look up Facebook, see who's joining us on Facebook. So today, Michael, and good morning, Michael. Glad you're doing all right. Andorra, good morning. Linda and Rogelio, good morning. And Wendy, and other people that I can't see. Wendy is saying good morning from Punta Gorda. Is that a city in Florida, or is that an island in the okay, Punta Gorda. I've only lived here for 10 years. I don't know all the cities. It's on the West Coast. All right, as always, we have with us a Joyful Noise Band and Choir, and our special music today features Jen Erickson. And a very sweet song. And welcome to those who are here in the room for the first time. If you are here for the first time and you feel comfortable in doing so, I invite you to raise your hand, and Rose would be overjoyed, really, to give you a welcome packet. Act overjoyed, Rose. She didn't, and that's Ricky. All right, and if you are online and you would like admin at unityofstewart.org, and we'd be happy to send you one. In that packet is information about our Unity and the larger Unity movement. You know, I say that every week, but if there's no information about there in the larger Unity movement, I'm not quite sure it's still in there. Somebody let me know. And there is a form. If you fill it out and take it back to Lise at the welcome podium, she'd be happy to give you a gift. And there's also a prayer intention form there if you'd like our prayer chaplains, who you'll hear about shortly, if you'd like them to hold you in prayer. A beautiful box made by our own Ray Rice that is out in the foyer. Come and join us in the kitchen and on the patio. We have some goodies out there, I guess. I don't know what we have, but I saw cookies and some crackers, and come and join us there. Most importantly, we'd like you to know that Unity is a welcome, affirming, practical path of spirituality. Everyone is welcome here, no exceptions, even that guy outside. Let me tell you if you just got here. We had somebody outside this morning, and he was taking pictures of, or taking a video, I now know, of all of the cars that were driving into the parking lot. So I went outside and I asked him if he'd like to come to church, and he said no. And asked him why he was taking pictures, and he said, I'm not allowed to say. And one of our members called the police, and as I knew, it's perfectly legal what he's doing. And they said this is a guy that just goes around to try to agitate, and so people call the cops or get in his face, and then he posts things on social media for views. And the more views that they get, the more money that they make. So we bless that guy. And we move on. And We have a town hall meeting this coming Sunday, a week from today, and that is just to give you an update about what's going on and what we're looking forward to here at Unity of Stewart. And so everyone is welcome, and so yeah, we'll meet after a service, probably, like noonish, after everybody gets a bite to eat or, does what they need to do, and we'll be back in here just to talk about what's going on at Unity of Stewart. And also, not on that slide is a reminder that we put out a survey a couple of weeks ago. I emailed it, and I'm going to email it again either today or tomorrow. And so you can either fill it out online, or we ask that you take it. There are copies on the information table, on that table to the right when you leave the sanctuary. And you can fill it out right here, which would be awesome. And then you put it in the basket on May's desk. That's the office on the left, as you right past the welcome podium. So what that is for you to tell us what's happening for you at the church. We ask some questions at the center. If we're serving you, that's what we want to know. How are we serving you? And if you would do that survey, even if you're for the first time here and it's just based on this service, we invite you to fill that out as well. So, and we'll present those findings at the town hall meeting, September 7th. And coming up on, that's a little hard to read, isn't it? Coming up on September 14th is our Qigong class with Heisha, and we're looking for that to be a monthly thing for now. Hopefully it'll move into a weekly thing, maybe not on a Sunday weekly, but for now we're starting on Sunday, September 14th, and that's, for those of you who don't know what Qigong is, because I didn't know a lot about it, they involve, if you've ever seen Tai Chi, it's like that, slow movements, and it alternates, that's Tai Chi, hold please. Soft power and flowing motion that stretch and lubricate the body, its joints and internal organs, having the effect of massaging them, and it's meditative. We did one last month, and a bunch of us went, including me, and it was really pretty wonderful. So that's September 14th after service at noon. There's our board of directors, and our boardie of the day is Pete Keelan, and he is here. He's also in the booth as part of the audio-video team, and he'll be around after service if you have anything that you want to ask about Unity of Stewart, and or you could also ask me, and if I'm not available, Pete would be happy to talk to you about that and give you the information that you need, or to direct you where he'll get the information you need and get back to you. Peter. Thanks, Pete. And these are our prayer chaplains. And this is a team of prayers who they're foundational to Unity. Unity was based on prayer, and our prayer chaplains hold us all in prayer, hold Unity of Stewart in prayer, and thank goodness they hold me in prayer, and they hold you in prayer. And every Sunday we have at least one prayer chaplain in the room that will be available after the service to pray with you. And what that looks like is you say hi to the prayer chaplain, and it's a he today, it's Robert, and he'll more than likely ask your name and what your prayer intention is. Joy, a challenge, anything at all, and Robert would be honored to pray with you and to hold your prayer in the highest confidence. So thank you, Robert. Alternatively, or as well as, you can email us at prayer@unityofstewart.org. That comes directly to me. And I would put your prayer in our prayer box, or you can call the Silent Unity prayer line at that number right there. And they are there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to pray with you. And so every week we start our service with good news and a dedication. And this morning's good news is this guy, Preston Pollard. I read about Preston Pollard this week, and he obviously is a skateboarder, but did not grow up in the hotspot of skateboarding. He grew up in Alaska. And he also had ADHD, anxiety, self-doubt, worthiness issues. And what changed one thing for him was when, it didn't say in the article that I read where this happened to him, but he had the thought that my breath is a miracle. And with that mantra, if you will, he had a shift in focus, and he went to LA, and he has a pro skateboarding career, and eventually into his deeper purpose, which is serving and mentoring kids. So knowing kids need role models, everything he does starts with that deep breath and gratitude for life itself. And from there, kids set goals, they learn about ways to handle stress, and they hear from him and have some time with him throughout the year. So the results are real: better attendance in school, better behavior, and a new sense of possibility. His message is simple: be yourself, breathe deep, and don't forget how much you matter. So as we dedicate our service, dedicate our time together to the miracle of breath and to cultivating deep meaning and lightness of being, let's take that deep breath. Our reading: wherever I go, I carry the light. Wherever I go, I carry the light. Brilliant light has the power to reveal everything it touches, flowing even into the deepest shadows. So it is with the light that lives in us, reaching into the farthest edges of life. When the world feels heavy and I hunger for brightness, I remember this. Instead of lingering on what seems absent, I rest my attention on what is already present, the radiant light that dwells in me. From this place, I shine. If discouragement settles or pessimism lingers, the glow of hope and the warmth of optimism rise to scatter it. I am more than I appear. I am luminous. Wherever I go, I carry the light. And so let's take another deep breath together, reminding us of the light that we carry, the light that shines from the deepest place that we are, our own divinity. And as we move through this service and we move through our day, our week, our month, let us always remember, wherever we go, we carry the light. And so it is. Amen. And let's affirm this affirmation together. Wherever I go, I carry the light. And let's take another deep breath together, anchoring this truth as we affirm one more time together. Wherever I go, I carry the light. And as we prepare for prayerful meditation, let's sing.
That's my stool.
And we breathe. And we drop our shoulders. Taking a few deep breaths, at least 3 if you please. Closing our eyes if that is comfortable for you. Releasing any tension the body may be holding. And allowing ourselves to be here now in this time and space. The Sufi poet Hafiz once said, "I am a hole in the flute that the Christ's breath moves through." Listen to this music. I am the hole in the flute that the Christ's breath moves through. And as we move further into this prayerful meditation, I invite you to let the words you hear become the words of your own mind and heart this morning. I feel this sweet release when I am open to Spirit. I allow Spirit's song to play through me. In this sacred space, I notice how much I've been carrying. Worries, old stories, the pressure to do it all. Some of it is mine, some of it never was. Either way, I don't have to hold it anymore. As I inhale and release the breath, I let something drop away. A fear, a regret, a worry, an expectation. I don't push it away. I simply set it down. I feel myself becoming lighter. I feel space opening inside me. I imagine myself as open and free, like a bird that suddenly realizes it can fly. Like a balloon that rises once the ropes are untied. I breathe again. I feel the strength of release. I feel the freedom of the lift. And I feel peace settle deep within me. I know now that I am a hole in the flute that the Christ's breath moves through. I am light. I am free. And in this moment, I rise. In the quiet. And as we have co-created this sacred space of lift, of rising, I invite us to bring into our awareness all of those who are on our prayer list here at Unity of Stewart, and all of those that are in our minds and hearts this morning, any person, any situation, any beloved, seeing each one lifted up, seeing each one rising above in love, in peace, in joy, in abundance. And if you'd like to speak those names out into this holy space, I invite us to do that now. And turning all over into the care and keeping of the one, I invite you to join me in praying this in the name and in the nature of the indwelling breath of the Christ consciousness. And so it is. Amen. Let's sing.
broke my guitar pick during practice. Had to find another. I got one. I sang this song a lot right like the 2 months before my surgery. It's called Let Things Go by Camp.
1, 2, 3.
Let things go, it's not good for you or anybody else. Let things go, you've been carrying it all by yourself. Set things down, it's okay to take a rest. Let things go, it's not good for you or anybody else. Let things go. You can say goodnight. You can set things down. You can say goodbye. You can say goodbye. You can let it roll. You can let it out. You can let things go. Anything your heart needs, make you feel better. Let it go. Let it Thank you.
So, a lot of people come to church to hear the spiritual center, to hear what some people call the word, or to hear the lesson, or to hear the sermon. And yeah, the sermon's fine. It's all good, right? It's all good. It's lots of times, I feel like I minister to myself with my own sermon, especially writing it and living it during the week. And today, I know for a fact that you have been ministered to before I even open my mouth in the next 30 seconds. You have been ministered to because I have been ministered to by that music, by that song, by Jen, by the band. Oh my goodness, here we go. By our choir. And I've said this before, I'm just going to say it again because I'm full now. That I heard very early on in my ministerial education that music does one of two things in a spiritual center. It either builds a mountain that you can speak from, or it can dig a hole that you've got to speak out of. This music every single Sunday builds me, and I know you, that hill. So thank you. Thank you. I still have chills. So this month of August, we've explored Pollyanna or optimistic truth, where we looked at the difference between shallow positivity and real truth, real trust. We looked at truth that trembles, when honesty shakes us awake. What was followed by fire in the belly, calm in the soul, where passion meets peace. And last week, we talked about sacred resistance, where we found the courage to say no when love is threatened. Now, each of those has its own thing, has its own weight, and they ask something of us. Each of these things is a spiritual practice, a practice that includes holding steady and standing firm. And spiritual practice is not just about holding steady and standing firm. It's also about release and about letting go what doesn't serve us, so we can be light enough to lift, light enough to rise. Think about it. A balloon only rises when it's not tied down. And I've never seen a bird in my entire life that was wearing a backpack. We are called to let things go. It's not about carrying heavier and heavier loads of righteousness, of discipline, of self-imposed perfection. It's about loosening our grip on what doesn't serve us. Put down what we're carrying that doesn't serve us and isn't ours. We carry a lot. We all know this, right? Worries about the world, the pressure to do it all, to fix it all, to be it all. We carry a lot. Old grudges, self-criticism, the voice in our head that says we are not enough. And that baggage can be extremely heavy. Here's a story. The tale of two monks and a woman is a well-known Buddhist parable. The story goes that two monks were traveling together, a senior and a junior. They came to a river with a strong current where a young woman was waiting, unable to cross. She asked that the monks would help her cross the river. Now, the junior monk got a little nervous because they're not supposed to touch women. They're monks, right? But without a word, and in spite of the sacred vow he had taken, the older monk picked her up, carried her across, and set her down on the other side. The younger monk meets them across the river, and he's aghast that the older monk picked up this woman, had broken his vow. But he doesn't say anything, and an hour passes, and he doesn't say anything, and 2 hours pass, and he doesn't say anything, and then 3, and finally, he's so agitated that he has to say something to the elder monk. Why did you carry that woman when we took those most sacred vows not to touch women? And the older monk replies, I set her down hours ago. Why are you still carrying her? The invitation, one of the invitations of spiritual life is to set it down, what doesn't serve us. And spiritual life is always, always encouraging us, inviting us into freedom in our lives. Our unity tradition has always been about freedom. Our co-founder, Myrtle Fillmore, said this: you do not have to carry burdens. You can be free. You are free now. Now, that wasn't denial. It was clarity. She was reminding us of the truth that who we are is not bound by any constriction. We're not weighed down. We're not broken. None of us are broken. I admit I sometimes feel bent, but I'm not broken, and neither are you. And it's true. Oh, Charles Fillmore, let me say this. Charles Fillmore once wrote, the true church is not burdened with creeds, but buoyant with spirit. And that's true for us personally as well as in community. Spirit is buoyant. Spirit lifts us. We are called to be lifted. And if we are going to be lifted, we have to lessen the weight that drags us down. Let's not, however, confuse lightness and setting things down with denial or avoidance. Letting go is not pretending that this doesn't matter. I'm just going to let that go. Think about forgiveness. It takes courage to forgive, to release resentment when you've been wronged. And doing it just saying, well, I just forgive you, when you haven't done the inner work about that, doesn't serve us. Think about surrender. It takes courage to say, I don't have to control anything. Ask me how I know. It takes courage to let it go. To let it go. And think about joy for a moment. It takes guts to laugh, to celebrate, and to dance when the world tells you to stay grim. That quotation, I am a hole in the flute that the Christ's breaths move through. Listen to this music. That's what release feels like. And I hope you got some of that during that beautiful flute music during the meditation. To create that space within us to just let Spirit move in and through. When we stop clogging the channel with the grit and the stuff that doesn't serve us, there's no space for Spirit to get through. And the truth, too, is that the spiritual life doesn't just resist injustice like we talked about last week. It resists heaviness and cynicism and despair. It says, no, I won't let that settle on me. I'm going to let it move through me. It's not about not feeling all of those things. It's about not letting them get stuck and clog up the works. It's about letting it flow through. So we become light enough to lift. So how do we actually do that? How do we release the heaviness? Here are a few practices that might help. So awareness is the first thing. You can't put something down that you're not aware that you're carrying. So here's my tool to become aware when I'm carrying something, is that if I get activated by something and I feel something in my gut, I get like a sick feeling, right? I get like, oh, and I don't know what it is, I don't ignore it. I interrogate it. I ask it, what is this heaviness? Where is that from? And I may not get an answer right away. Mostly, it's from history, right? Childhood or relationship. So we become aware, and then we can ask ourselves in that moment, is that really mine? Does that still serve me? Or maybe I picked something up that belonged to someone else. Or maybe it's just from yesterday, and it's time to let it go. That's awareness. And now we talk about compassion. We are, if we were as kind to ourselves as we are to our friends, be kind to yourself. It's easy to get frustrated that we're carrying the same baggage. I don't know how many times I've said in my life, and probably fairly recently, why am I still holding on to that? How does that serve me? And I pat myself on the shoulder. Say, it's okay, honey. You can just let that go. It's done. Self-compassion. It's hard to rise when we're beating ourselves up for not flying higher already. And then we talk about small letting goes. Small letting goes. If I were to wait for the big dramatic release, like that feels like the spiritual lightning bolt to come and say, oh, you're cured of that, you're healed, I would be waiting a long time. I've had that once or twice in my life. Mostly, when I think about my life and something happens and I go, oh, that didn't get me like it used to. Or that no longer bothers me when that happens. Then that's when you know you're doing the work. You say, oh. So, let go of the snarky comment that you keep replaying, whether it was said by you or said to you. Let it go. Let go of that email that you sent that wasn't perfect. Let go of the mistake you made years ago. That's gone. Put it down. And then finally for this piece, joy as resistance. Choose it. We're going to be talking about joy for 4 weeks in September. I'm doing a series based on a conversation between the Bishop Desmond Tutu and His Holiness the Dalai Lama. So choose joy. Choose joy. Laugh, play, sing. Dance in the aisles of the supermarket. I used to embarrass the heck out of my kids. If there was a song playing in the supermarket. As a matter of fact, not used to. I was in, where were we? It was in Michael's when my kids were here and my sister, not here, and when I was in New Jersey with my kids and my sister was there, we went to Michael's we wanted to make some beads and bracelets. And there was a song playing in the aisle. I can't remember what it was. And I just was, bopping in the aisle. And they look at me like I have, 2 heads. And I said, how do you be still? Doesn't the rhythm get you? And no, it doesn't. But do it. Have the courage to show up in your joy and dance in the aisles of the Michaels. That's practicing lightness. Not being afraid of what people are going to think of you. I don't think there's a crazy lady dancing in the aisles. Okay, I can live with that. And then finally, in all this, take some time to sit still and let the divine mystery move through you. Stillness isn't laziness. And if you're a person that has to go, and is afraid of being still, I invite you to look at that and practice being still. Start out with a minute. We usually do a stillness. I wonder how long that quiet at the end of the meditation feels to some of you. It's only a minute. Sit still for a minute and invite in the mystery. See what happens. So, probably all of us have heard of a worry stone, right? You've seen worry stone. Worry stones is something that I've seen, and actually someone had given me one. I tried to find it, but I couldn't find it today. And when you're worried about something, you just worry the stone, right? So I found another take on that worry, because you worry the stone, then you put it in your pocket, and you're carrying that worry around, right? It's just channeled into something else. So I came across this practice to try it when you're going through a hard time. So you get a stone. Every time you feel something weighing you down or something feels heavy, just put it in the stone. Okay, I'm giving this over to the stone. And then as you move through that thing, or if you feel like you've had enough of worrying about that, you can say to yourself, this isn't mine to hold forever. And then maybe you go to the ocean, or if you're not around an ocean, you go to a lake, or you go to a grove of trees, and you can flip it in the ocean if you're in water, or you can lay it down under a tree. I can let this go. I am done with this worry, and go on your way. A simple practice that could help release. So that's physical and tangible, and some people need that, and it reminds us that we don't have to carry things endlessly in our life. And then we have community. And right now we're in this community, so this community helps us lighten the load. Release expands in community. I know every time I do a meditation in community, lots of times it feels deeper than what I do on my own cushion at home. That energy magnifies the peace, the connection. So, release expands in community. When we laugh together, when we sing together, when we share meals, when we pray together, all of that expands. Even when we cry together, something shifts. Have you found that? Burdens feel lighter when we share them. Once again, Myrtle Fillmore reminded her students, you do not have to carry burdens. You can be free. We do not have to carry these burdens that we're carrying. And in community, when we lift together, we rise together. There's an old Zen story. A student asks his master, why are you so joyful? And the teacher replies, when I eat, I eat. When I sleep, I sleep. And the student says, isn't that what everyone does? The teacher answers, no. Most people are never really just eating when they eat or sleeping when they sleep. They're weighed down by yesterday and tomorrow. Presence to this now moment helps make us light enough to lift. Imagine a hot air balloon. It's already full of heat and air, ready to rise, and the only thing keeping it grounded are the ropes that tie it down. Now, the ropes aren't bad. They're not evil. They're just ropes. But until they're released, the balloon cannot do what the balloon was designed to do. We're like that. The air that fills us is spirit. And that spirit yearns to lift us. We don't have to add helium or do anything to prove that we can fly. We just have to untie the ropes that are holding us back. So as August comes to a close, I invite us to remember that spiritual life is not only about grim, it's never about grim determination, but it's not always about determination and standing firm. Sometimes the deepest spirituality is found in letting go and in laughter and in celebration. So today I affirm for all of us that we go forward with light, dropping what holds us back so we can be lifted up every day of our lives. And so it is. And so we allow it to be. Namaste. As the band gets ready, I want to invite you to join together in our celebration of abundance. And there are ways to give to Unity and the work that we do here. And for those of you who are on Facebook, those ways are pinned and are also underneath the Facebook service, I think. And on YouTube, you can go to our website, unityofstewart.org, and click Donate. Most importantly, thank you. Thank you for your love offerings, your tithes, your gifts of service. Without you, we wouldn't be able to be here and do this work together. So let's affirm our prosperity prayer and then our love offering blessing together. In a universe overflowing with the allness of God, all of the needs of Unity of Stewart and those we serve are instantly, constantly, and bountifully met from every direction, known and unknown, expected and unexpected. Our abundant good comes to us now. We are grateful. Amen. And our love offering blessing together. Divine love adds me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give and receive always in love. Let's sing about it.
1, 2, 3. I got it. Attitude, I got it. Attitude, I got it. Attitude, I'll take that you number for each new day. Whether it's sunny or it's pouring.
Today at noon, in the small classroom off of the kitchen, we have our spirit circle, whereupon we will have questions for discussion that encompass the whole month. So it's only an hour, noon to 1, but you'll have the opportunity we'll ask each other questions and have the opportunity to talk about how any of the couple of ideas that I have for each lesson, how they impact you, or anything else you want to talk about for this month of lessons. So come and join me today in the small classroom at noon. And speaking of small groups, we have a small group on September 11th at 6 p.m. This is an offshoot of our growing groups that we had and the run-up to the Blossom Gala. And again, there'll be a little bit of it's not even a mini lecture, it's just a little bit of a setting of what we'll be talking about, and then we'll be able to discuss it with each other. So that is on September 11th at 6 p.m. And I would be grateful if you would like to join us for that, to sign up. There's a sign-up sheet on the information table about that, just so I know who all is interested in coming to that. And we are I wouldn't say dire need, but we are in good need of ushers. Hospitality too, but today I want to focus on our usher team. If you saw Ricky when you first came in, that very tall man standing at the front door, and our ushers, who today were Rose and Pete? No? Was that right? Rose and Ricky, thank you. They just kind of welcome you in and hand out bulletins. And so if that's something you think you might want to get involved with, I invite you to sign up on the sheet that is on the information table. And once again, a reminder about the community survey. I invite you to take one and fill it out before you leave today, or at least fill it out and bring it back. Probably today, because in order for it to be counted in the feedback on Sunday, if you do it online and get it back to me, you can do it as late as Wednesday. How are we doing out there, Pete? We got kiddos? All right, let's stand and welcome our kiddos.
1, 2, 3. We are walking in the light, in the light, in the light. We are walking in the light of God. We are walking in the light, in the light, in the light. We are walking in the light of God. In the
Hey, what's your name? Hey, Jason. I'm not going to give you Jackson. I'm not going to give you the microphone. I'm not going to embarrass you, so just so you know that. Okay?
She'll embarrass me instead.
I'll embarrass Cadence instead.
Hello. So our lesson today, we read a book called A Rainbow of Friends, and it was about all the different kinds of people in the world, all the different kinds of friends we have, and that we should include all of them. And we made these bracelets. These are basically our own rainbow of friends, and we thought about all the different qualities of people, all the different people in our lives if we made these.
All right, thanks, Cadence. And just for Jackson and for his parents and for anybody else, we had like 8 kids last week. So this is a little bit of an anomaly. So welcome, Jackson. All right, let's, what are we doing? Standing and blessing Jackson and all of our children in song. Let's close with the prayer for protection and the peace song. The movements are optional. The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever I am, God is. I am divine. Let's sing.